Empathy is not simply feeling what others feel. It is the courageous act of stepping into their world without losing yourself in the process. When you look at someone in pain and your chest tightens, that is not weakness, but your nervous system responding to the ancient call of connection. The mind palace we are entering together is a space where thoughts become visible, and here you cannot hide from what you truly feel. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine sadness as a heavy gray cloth. Now notice how your body wants to reach out and lift it from another's shoulders. Empathy has 3 layers: cognitive understanding, emotional resonance, and compassionate action, and most people stop at the first one. When you say "I understand" without truly feeling, you are offering a gift box that is beautifully wrapped but completely empty inside. You may be willing to do another person or persons failures, even when it hurts. Some people build walls so thick that empathy shatters against them like glass, but every shard reflects the face of someone they refuse to see. You cannot force empathy any more than you can force a flower to bloom. You can only create the conditions and wait for the heart to open. When someone dismisses your pain with "at least it's not worse," they are not comforting you, they are running from their own discomfort. The most powerful thing you can say to someone suffering is not advice, but simply, "I am here with you in this darkness." Before we go deeper, I need you to understand that feeling too much is not a flaw. It is a signal that your emotional GPS is working perfectly. Now let me show you what lies beneath the armor we all wear. The part of empathy that most people are afraid to reveal. True empathy is not a performance you give to others. It is a quiet space you hold where someone can finally breathe without pretending. You truly see someone, something blooms between you, an invisible garden that grows in the space where judgment used to live. The paradox of empathy is that by giving your attention to another's pain, you do not lose yourself. You actually find the part of you that was always connected. Mirroring is not mimicry. It is the brain's way of saying "I am with you" through the language of posture, breath, and unspoken rhythm.
When you feel overwhelmed by others' emotions, you are not being flooded. You are being built by boundaries, not small feelings.
The person who seems cold and unfeeling is often the one who learned too early that caring hurts, and they need patience, not judgment. Breathe with me now and notice how your awareness expands beyond your own skin, reaching toward the invisible threads that connect us all. Empathy without boundaries becomes self-destruction. But boundaries without empathy become walls that isolate you from the very connection you crave. Begin sift. Emotions move through you like auroras, beautiful and temporary, nothing to fear. You give them the rarest gift, the permission to be exactly as they are. Children are born with empathy as their native language. Adults must learn to remember what they once knew without being taught. When you judge someone for their struggle, you are not seeing them, you are seeing a reflection of your own fear that you could fall just as far. The practice is simple but not easy. Every day, choose one person and imagine their day from the inside, what they hope for, what they fear, what they hide. Empathy is not about agreeing with everyone. It is about understanding that every action makes sense when you know the full story behind it. In the complete darkness of another person's pain, your presence is the only light they need. You do not have to solve, only stay. The path we have walked together leads to a single truth. We are not separate islands navigating around. We are one ocean in many waves. One whose empathy is not a burden to carry, but is a lantern to light the way home.